Have you ever felt utterly disrespected by those around you, like you're getting looked down on or not being taken seriously no matter what you do? Well, cut the pity party and listen up, because respect is something that must be commanded. It doesn't just get handed out freely. The truth is, there are psychological tactics you can deploy to instantly elevate your status and perceived value, making people respect the heck out of you whether you're a man or woman. It's all about understanding what triggers profound respectful admiration in the human mindset. After watching this video, you'll know the mental shifts and behaviors of the most respected, high-status people that make others desperately chase their approval and validation. This is how you earn profound admiration and deference in any circle, without having to rely on cheap social proof like looks or money. Stop giving validation away for free. People are starving attention addicts, constantly seeking to have their egos stroked and validated each day. Their phones and online profiles blow up with a never-ending barrage of likes, comments, and direct messages from others desperately seeking to earn a slice of their time and focus. This overwhelming deluge of unearned adoration massively inflates everyone's egos to delusional levels before they've even brushed their teeth each morning. But you understand that to freely hand out your validation, praise, and attention to anyone who asks is to devalue and diminish your own worth. You're highly selfish about who gets to bask in your time and energy. You don't dish out acceptance and approval to insecure people pleasers like cheap penny candy. While they might fawn all over you with endless flattery and pandering hoping to win your focus, you remain utterly uncompromising about preserving your selectiveness. You may create a brief spark of interest and connection with someone new, but that's it. No further unsolicited chasing or unearned compliments from there. This makes the person confused why such a seemingly high-caliber individual doesn't continually reinforce their ego and make them feel doted on like everyone else does. Their insecurities can't handle being ghosted from your validation. Be obsessively devoted to your greater purpose. While the insecure masses simply sit around waiting for life's next distraction or fleeting high to roll through, you remain laser-focused on audacious, grand purpose endeavors that give your existence undeniable importance and meaning. Your mission is your drill sergeant. You don't have time for petty flirtations, short-sighted corporate ladders, or half-measures. You're transfixed on forging your wildest dreams into inevitable reality through unwavering discipline and blood-fueled ambition. Your energy doesn't get sapped into empty relationships or frivolous validation loops. You make things happen through sheer force of willpower, while those around you meekly expect luck and fate to determine their futures. This uncompromising drive and hyperachiever vision is something the insecure approval addicts you encounter can't help but be magnetically drawn toward out of sheer awe and curiosity. Be assert and take fearless, calculated risks. You subscribe to the ancient truth that fortune favors the ferociously bold. While those around you remain paralyzed by fear and inertia, you understand there are profound rewards awaiting those willing to take calculated risks and gamble it all unremorsefully on themselves and their visions. You aren't afraid to assertively seize rising windows of opportunity by the throat, whether that means making the first approach on a desirable prospective mate or telling your boss you deserve that huge promotion he's been slow playing awarding you. Passive waiting is for suckers. You don't scare easily, so a little obstacle or temporary adversity along your chosen path simply steals your resolve rather than knocking you off track. Hesitation is for the insecure masses buffering their stay on the mediocre treadmill of life. You charge forward without pause or remorse, ignoring all negativity. This alpha determination to manifest your deepest desires through bold, calculated risk is electrifyingly magnetic. It commands respect from the paralyzed dreamers surrounding you. No matter how much they dress it up with pretty Instagram platitudes about going for it, you're the rare individual who truly backs up your ambition with real-life brass ovaries. You don't let life just passively happen to you. Be wholeheartedly content with your solitude. Here's a critical distinction between you and the desperate, insecure masses. You're perfectly comfortable being alone and unattached in solitude for extended periods, rather than chasing incessant romantic attention to escape your own inner demons and deep-seated feelings of inadequacy. Being single, free, and totally self-sufficient is a source of profound contentment and independence for you, rather than a tragic pit of loneliness and self-pity. Your sense of intrinsic self-worth, purpose, and drive toward your ambitions eclipses any temporary need for intimate partnership or validation of your identity from others. This inner freedom and serene wholeness arouse massive respect from outside observers who witness your effortless embrace of solitude and unattached sovereignty. While they may display all the common signs of people terrified of being alone, you move with a deep inner calmness and self-assuredness that puts them in their insecure place. Dole out exquisite punishments for disrespect. You understand respect is not just freely given, it must be continually guarded and upheld through merciless boundary enforcement. You refuse to reward disrespectful, toxic conduct through allowing any further access to your time, attention, or presence, the ultimate high-value currency. If someone decides to spew irrational vitriol and negativity your way, your response is consistently unwavering. They get one brutally apathetic exit from your reality with no discussion or argument. No second chances to grovel or negotiate their way back into your orbit. Speak with direct and unvarnished honesty. You move through life as a straight shooter who always keeps it overwhelmingly real. No chaser. There's no tiptoeing, hinting, or passive-aggressive half-truths escaping your lips. You communicate your intentions, interests, and boundaries with a magnet of unwavering directness. If you want something, you ask for it directly without self-consciousness or hesitation. If you're not feeling it with someone, you have zero qualms radically expressing that sentiment up front too. This blazing authenticity naturally separates you from the disingenuous masses struggling to protect fragile egos. This ability to accept adversity and harsh realities without throwing a defensive tantrum or bitter meltdown earns you massive respect. While those around you remain imprisoned by niceties, you're truly comfortable making people face the fires of your honesty and speaking profound truths nobody wants to hear. Refuse to compromise your time for anyone. One of the most obvious giveaways someone is an approval-starved nobody is their instantaneous willingness to drop all present obligations and time commitments the split second someone seemingly shinier inquiries about capturing their presence and focus. Not you, though. You move with a clearly delineated respect for your limited time on this earth as a sentient meat missile. You understand that to indiscriminately distribute and compromise your calendar and focus for anyone who beckons is to devalue your lone irreplaceable asset, your limited present. This ability to remain militantly uncompromising about who gets to place legitimate dues on your schedule and focus naturally creates a vortex of respect and eager anticipation from those around you. People can sense the quiet indifference you carry towards insecurity and attitude you operate from. Always maintain supreme, unreactive calm. Perhaps your most envied magnetic psychological power is the almost supernatural ability to remain unshakably non-reactive and calm no matter how tumultuous or emotionally charged the circumstances unfolding around you escalate to. No matter how intense someone's emotional torture tests become, you simply remain poised and unreactive, immovable as a towering redwood greeting each destructive gale with unperturbed, watchful ambition. This self-control entrances people and makes them ravenous to penetrate through to your forbidden, unshakable core. Embrace polarizing gender roles as needed. Unlike insecure betas too terrified of being labeled misogynistic pigs, you understand that organic, healthy gender polarity and role embodiment is what catalyzes the raw chemistry and magnetic desire that powers the mating dance between males and females. You don't just sit around male roasting with your boring gender theory buddies nodding along sagely about smashing the patriarchy and virtue signaling your righteousness. When attractive circumstances arise, you have the congruence and courage to assertively embody and lead from your unapologetic masculinity instead of retreating into gender neutrality. This ability to separate yourself from the crowd and drive the romantic courtship dynamic from center stage as the self-assured masculine eradicates all indecisive hesitation or mixed signaling those plagues most modern males too terrified of being called sexist. She intuitively respects and feels safe surrendering to your unwavering embodiment of manhood in these encounters. Project an aura of serene, overflowing abundance. Finally, let's discuss the single most intoxicating quality you possess that people simply cannot look away from. Your unwavering aura of serene abundance and fulfillment that seeps from your very pores. You are a man utterly and completely at peace with himself and his unlimited potential in this universe. You refuse to ration passion, play small, or compromise your highest, grandest visions from manifesting. When people endeavor to occupy your reality, they are merely being permitted to witness one more drop of your raging internal reservoir of uncontainable strive, hunger, and God-bestowed gifts. You wander this earth as a walking, breathing personification of inspired largesse, simultaneously an unstoppable lion while also thriving lotus who cannot be burned or doused. You project a presence that is magnetically reassuring, yet also dangerously unattainable for anyone lacking commensurate self-actualization. People viscerally pick up that you live a charmed existence without any perceived floors or ceilings hemming in your trajectory of ascending self-mastery and growth. This utterly overflowing abundance is what makes you supremely magnetic to interact and engage with. To breathe the same air as you are to be blessed with contact with divinely limitless creative force. By embodying these psychological behaviors and mindsets, you'll turn into an irresistible vortex of respect and high-value admiration that drastically separates you from the drowning masses. No longer will you suffer from being looked down or gawked at as insignificant. Your reality-shaking presence precedes and overshadows wherever you glide into. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.